Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 103rd installment of the Hot Mess Express with the lovely Didi from Didi's Finden and I, Roxanne from Foxy's Fishes. Thank you all for joining us this evening. If you all wouldn't mind giving us an audio video check before we go any forward, we're having a little bit of echoing backstage, and we wanted to see if we were able to resolve the issue yet. I don't want to kill anyone's ears either, so.
That song was a lot. It was two played in my head, and they were like half a beat off. So it was
Yeah, StreamYard is doing a funny thing backstage. Now, people in chat so far are saying that it sounds all good to them. It says Huawei says Didi's a little bit echoey. And
yeah, because there's two of me on the stream.
Yeah, for some reason, there's two Didi's backstage. We can't get rid of one that just has the green screen in the background, and that's making her hear double everything. So she's being tortured this evening for episode 103. Choo choo, we're up to a great start, guys.
I can't kill her.
And we even muted it, and it's still echoing back. So I don't know what to do.
Oh, Lord.
I apologize, guys. I just hope you guys can bear with it.
We have muted one of them. we muted the one without the green screen.
We did mute one, Stephen, and it's still echoing. It's doing a thing. I don't. So hopefully, I'll try not to scream too loud or anything.
And even when I left, the green background wouldn't leave with me.
Yeah. Ed asked, is she using a camera and a computer camera at the same time?
I have the sound playing in my head and my mic here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then Lumpy Dog, Didi
and my camo is working. So,
yeah.
Let's see.
And then Jimmy says everything about Didi is best in pairs.
Well, you're getting two of them. So I'm gonna be half crazy by the end of the stream.
Yeah, but before we get any farther, because we're already 6:08 and we started late, I apologize, guys. Let me pop out chat here and say hello to all those who have joined us so far. Participant list, and here we go. First in, I see Craig's Catfish Cave, Anthony's Fishy Friends, Brooklyn Bell, Chattanooga Ed, Chris's Aqua Zone, Cool Gamer, Deb's Aqua Pets, Dennis Christensen, Didi's Finden, Fish Fam Link, Foxy's Fishes, James H, Jimmy P, KJE, Lady R, Lumpy Dog, Nathan Hovey, Patrick Hardy, Patty's Petite Tanks, Paul Soltero, Peplin Creek Aquatics, Raven Thomas, Richard Reynolds, Shane's Tanks and Bowls, Skull Aquatics, oh gosh darn it, it jumped, Steva P, 2003, the Nano Aquarium Guy, Vibes Aquatics, Wallway, who populated in while I was talking, Fish Fam Link. Hello everybody, welcome, thank you for joining us this evening. If I missed you, I apologize. Muppets, I see you. Thank you all for joining us. Oh my goodness. It has been a crazy 2 weeks. I don't know how it's been for you, Miss Didi. I know I haven't been in contact too much. I haven't been feeling too well. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Pretty much back to, I would say, a good normal at this point. But I still have my moments, but I'm doing pretty good. But how have you been the past couple of weeks?
Very busy. So,
yeah.
So I've been like a fart in a skillet.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on here. As far as like fishy stuff, like rearranging things and building new things and swapping things around and shipping orders and all that stuff. So it's been hectic here. So, but always fun too, because you never work if you love what you do.
That's true.
So, for shipping week, for weeks 3 and 4, I should do a shipping report now that we're back in shipping season. Shipping reports for week 3 and week 4 are both 100%. So far for 2023, we have 100% shipping, which is awesome. And last year we ended with 99.16%. So we are pretty on target so far this year on 100%. So I'm gonna knock on wood so we stay 100%. But so far so good. So every shipment has been a great success, and every fishy and axolotl and shrimp and snail is all on their new homes with their forever homes. So and I get updates, and that's always nice to hear. So everything's
Sure
doing.
is.
As far as what we still have left on the Peddling Creek website for Get Gills, let me see if I can show you guys. Share the website here. Share, and share. And then I'll lose you guys. Okay. So here we have, right now we still have albino bristlenose plecos, blue mystery snails, the dirty leucistic axolotls. We currently have 3 of those left. We have the normal axolotls. We have roughly 52. I'm sure there's a few more, but that's just what I have up for the moment. We have some super red bristlenose plecos also available, and chocolate bristlenose plecos currently. In the next coming weeks, we will have more chopre danios because I just sold out of the glow light danios literally right before the stream today. We'll be listing our CPDs, our cherry shrimp, our blue dream shrimp, our tangerine tiger shrimp, our white pearl shrimp, dwarf emerald rasboras, our black madacas, our Aves Creek bosemani, our Kamaka rainbows, our stir-by corridors, and longfin paleotis cories. So those are some things still to come. Plus, if you're local, we have bigger fish available for pickup only that we don't want to ship because of their size. So if you are local and you're in the market for some bigger fish, contact us. We have things such as breeding pairs of bristlenose adults. We also have a breeding group of F1 zebra cara, and we also have some redfin borleis available as well. So those are some things we have available for both shipping and local pickup, and the things that we have coming up with over the next few weeks, and then a couple or probably about 2 months out on some of the rainbows. But yeah, so we have a lot more fishies coming up to be available on the store. So excited about that.
Well, it sounds like you know a lot going on.
Yeah, lots of busyness with that, with the fishies, and we've been getting excellent fry turnout on our black Madaka rice fish. We have so many black Madaka fry right now. That's very awesome. And our orange yukihi, the new ones that we added to the group, haven't laid any eggs for us yet. And I don't think we have a female with them in that group. So when we go to Appleton next week, I will be picking up the last 2 that they have in the store. I called and he's like, I definitely have at least 1 female in what we got left. So I'm like, hold her for me. I'll get her next Friday. So hopefully we can get those guys going off soon too. So lots of fishy thingies.
Well, I shipped some fish too.
Did you? How they do?
Yes. And I shipped some to Miss Lori, and I shipped some stuff to Eduardo and Richard, and their box was together. But everybody made it.
Nice.
I did have one bag that busted inside the other bag, but Miss Lori said they were alive.
Yeah. Oh goodness. I mean, that does happen. That can happen, but I'm so happy that they all made it regardless. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad it busted inside the other bag.
Well, luckily I double bagged them.
Yeah.
I almost didn't.
That's the way to go. Now, if people don't know, like that's here in the US, that's how you're supposed to ship your fish.
Yeah.
If you don't double bag your fish when you send them through shipment, if the bags bust, you are legally responsible for the damage that your package causes to any surrounding packages around the package when the bag bursts and leaks. So the only way to avoid that is to double bag all your fish. That way, if the bag was to burst and it breaks all the way through, then it's most likely not on you and on them for being too rough. So always, it's best to rule on the side of caution just to protect yourself and just to make sure the fishies are extra safe. Double bag your fishies if you're going to ship.
And if you hadn't said that on a stream before, I would have never thought about it.
Yeah.
So that's what made me think of it.
Yeah. A lot of people don't think about it. And another thing is
What would Foxy do?
and another the thickness of the bags, because if the bag is really thin, it's going to be more likely to pop really easy. So there's certain ways to do things.
Yes.
Like KJE said.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
KJE says that he uses a lot of breathers with small fish. Yeah. We don't use any breather bags. We like to do the 2/3 air to 1/3 water ratio double bag with an ammo lock pad in each bag, and each bag only has one fish in it. So every fish is individually bagged always.
Now, the Garden of Eden, they use breather bags for the
Mhm.
Caradinas,
Yeah.
but they don't for the Neos.
I'm sure they've spoken as to why, but I wonder if there's a specific reason. Do the Neos not do good in breather bags? And
I don't know.
Lady R says, I just mailed off some.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just mailed off some of my mystery snail baby progeny from the first generation of purple and chestnuts today to Tim, Crypt Keeper, Roxanne. It was hard to say goodbye. Oh my goodness, they gave you babies already, Lady R? That's incredible. That's so awesome. And they went to Crypt, so I know they went to a fantastic home. I'm so excited for you, but I
Yes.
know it's so hard to say goodbye. But you give them a little kiss, you tuck them nice in their package for their little nap, and just know that they'll be safe once they get home to dad. So, but I'm so happy for you. Let me know how the shipment goes. And Huawei says, I always do the double bag method, but just so I don't get anybody pregnant.
He's a rough rider.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. And Keith says, I do that way sometimes as well, but I have best luck with the breathers. Good. And Benjamin Peter says, could you recommend where to get bags from? Benjamin, we like to get our bags from Uline, and we get them typically between 3 and 4 mil, depending on the fish. And I like those, and Brian likes those because you can get them in the sleeve and cut them down to size, or you can get them like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inch by 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like you can get them in custom size length sleeves as well. So they can be a little bit pricey, but when you buy in bulk, it pays for itself in the long run. And they're quality bags. We've never had an issue with the bag. Our heat sealer, he seals them perfectly every time. So we haven't really had any issue with that. So we highly recommend the Uline brand of bags. And Monster Fish Gal says, Roxanne, you and Peplin are grandparents. I got Star Sapphire Wigglers. That's awesome, Lori. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Oh my goodness. And the stars are so beautiful. You're going to have a huge colony of them. You're going to love them so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, because
That's awesome.
it's kind of cool to know your babies have moved on and doing things.
Yes, I love getting updates on the fishies or the axolotls or the shrimp or the snails that we've sent out, and if they've made any babies and how their babies are doing. So it's nice to be able to follow the stories of how they do beyond here. So it's really nice. KJE says,
Okay.
get good breathers, either cordon or the ones from AQPKG. The crap long life bags off eBay suck. Skull says he also gets his bags from Uline. Nice. I like the way you think, Skull. Nice.
And I shared some of those Pierce fish that I got from Skull with Eduardo and Richard.
Oh, nice. The Islay ones?
Yeah, since I had babies.
Yes.
And both of those guys know how to handle fish.
Mm-hmm. And Keith makes a very good point. If you need less than bulk, if you don't need 1,000 bags per each size, message Keith. He also sells bags in smaller sizes than 1,000. I think it's per bag or per several bags. So if you need a certain amount, less than 1,000, he can hook you up with that. So definitely check out Keith. And feel free to use my code while you're over there to save yourself some money. Foxy, did your package arrive, hon? No, Craig, I have not received it yet. Did it say that it was delivered? Because if it did, I will do some inspection after the stream. Yes, I'm waiting on a package of some things that I ordered off of Belinda's Crystal and Succulent channel. So I'm very excited. I got some towers to put in a fish tank for a themed scape that I'm making. And I also won a carved axolotl, and they gifted me an axolotl, and someone else gifted me another axolotl. So it's a box full of axolotl rocks coming my way.
Wow.
I'm excited about that. Yes, I'm so excited about that, Craig. Thank you so very much. Richard says, Roxanne, are you guys going to the Clash? Of course we're going to the Clash, Richard. And we hope to see you there too.
Yeah, the Clash is where it's going to be.
Exactly. The Clash is going to be so very awesome this
That's
year.
where I'll be.
Yeah, and I get to finally give you a hug in real life. I'm so excited. Just know I'm a hugger. Everybody's getting a hug, so prepare for it.
Well, I wasn't sure what was going on with Clash, but my friend Betty Jo enlightened me.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't see my premiere, my very first premiere, my friend Betty Jo told me everything I needed to know.
Nice. And yeah, I did see that. That was so awesome. And Betty Jo, you should really try to pull her to the Clash because I'd like to meet her. She seems cool. Maybe we can.
She says she does not want to keep fish tanks.
No, maybe we can change her mind. But Craig says, who's going to go live at the Clash? Well, I know I know a certain set of mermaids are going to be live at the Clash. Now we're in our dry land form version because we have been so busy this week up on land that we haven't had much time to be able to go down and enjoy all that watery goodness with all our fin friends below. So we've been busy up on shore, so that's why we're in our dry forms this evening. And Richard says, we'll be there too. Awesome. I get to give you a hug in person too. That's so exciting. Monster Fish Girl, thank you so very much for posting Keith's link.
Oh, the lady with the pink cap. Yeah, she did. She did wear a hat. She was out on the beach.
Yeah, I liked it. That was really good. And the premiere came out awesome. I know you were so nervous, but you did everything perfect and it was so good.
That was the most nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah.
And around 2 hours before I did it, I got thinking, well, I need to cover my class thing before the end of the month. And, blah, blah, blah was full. I said, you know what? Push the button. I just did it. Then I have no choice.
Yeah.
But it was fun after everything came up and all that stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. You did a good job. But the next hurdle is to get you to do your own live stream. I want a Didi live stream or fish. That one.
Well, I tricked some of them. They thought it was there.
I can't say the words because I don't want to mess it up because I'm dyslexic and I will say the bad word. Oh goodness. And Chris says, looking forward to seeing everyone at the Clash. Looking forward to seeing you too, Chris. So
Yes.
excited about it. So excited about it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, guess what else I
Oh,
did since we've been off?
I'm sorry, one more time.
I said, guess what else I've done since we haven't streamed?
What is
I
that?
well, I've got all three of my ponds up and running,
Nice.
and I added bogs to two of them,
Hmm.
which is kind of cool.
That is cool. I like the box systems. I was thinking about doing some type of spillway for our tubs this year to do a little bogway up in there, a bog system with some
Uh-huh.
marginal plants. Because I really, really love a bog system. That's the best way to keep your water healthy is to have a nice, healthy, established bog system for your pond or your stock pond if you can in an overflow, a spillway is the way to go. So um, that is awesome.
But Keith read my mind because I want
Nice.
some of that pickerel from him.
Hmm.
I couldn't find any here. I said, well, you know what? I know somebody who has that.
Yeah, he has some cool plants too. Cool marginals.
Well, I don't even really know what a marginal is. I'm
Yeah,
assuming that the roots and stuff are underwater,
yeah, they
and
like
the
wet
top is
feet. They're the plants that like wet feet, so they don't mind living in really wet conditions, but they need to grow submersed or immersed. Sorry, submersed. No, submarine is
you
submersed.
know
That's when you go below
I always
water,
get those mixed up.
and that's how I remember that. Oh goodness. And Kelly says, my big pond has a bog. It's awesome. It is awesome, Kelly. All her ponds
Well,
are gorgeous. And in a few weeks she'll be sending me some water lilies to put in our big native pond. So I'm so excited. They're gonna look so good in there.
on Tea and Fish Mafia, Bob asked me, he said, well, who and where'd you learn that from? I said, Kelly Foreman on Wet Your
Mhm.
Plants.
Yes, bog systems are amazingly beneficial for the tank or the pond. So I recommend them. And if Kelly recommends them, you can't go wrong. And hello, Dusty. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. So the other things that we've done over the past 2 weeks is we did our orders, we prepped and shipped, we got those out as normal. Brian built a double 55 stand and he
Nice.
moved that into the house yesterday. So we have got the 255s on there yesterday and he moved the Star Sapphire tank over to there. And the tank on the bottom, we're going to be moving the axolotls from the 40-gallon into the 55 to give them some more room because, gosh darn it, they're getting huge already. Um, and he put in another 20 high and another 20 tall just to spread out the population more, just so they have more room to grow because they're getting big. So right now I have one, two, three tanks in the bedroom of axolotls. And in the living room, I have the whole rack that holds 24. And then I have 5 10 gallons and a 55 gallons and a 20 high and a 20 long filled with axolotls. Well, the 55 will be filled with axolotls. So, so we've been working on that. The axolotls are slowly been getting moved over. So yeah, we added 3 more tanks to the living room with that 55-gallon stand.
Nice,
And also,
nice.
I wanted to mention with the axolotls that we do have to have a shipping cutoff for the axolotls in the warm months. So, our axolotl shipping cutoff will be at the end of May, and it will not resume until the beginning September or until the temperature is appropriate. Because if it's too warm here, it's way too hot in the rest of the country. And because we do not have overnight shipping, I do not want to risk our axolotls getting too warm in the mail and sometimes they can be in the mail 3 4 days, so I don't want to have to worry about my babies getting too warm. So we are deciding not to ship our axolotls between the end of May or the beginning of June and the beginning of September. So we will end at the end of May and we'll start back up in September shipping axolotls if we have any left by then. So if you guys are in the market for an axolotl, please try to get with us within the next month to have your own little baby shipped out to you. Otherwise, we'll have to hold off till September. So, yeah, but I've been meaning to tell you guys that. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Also, this evening, I will be on Craft Ed. I'm so excited. I'm going to be on it with Ed and the
Nice.
guys this evening. And we're going to be doing a fish versus fish talk. So we're going to be talking about fish, generic fish, and rating them and just having some fun. So if you guys are around this evening and want to tune in to Craft Ed, I will be on there tonight. And I'm so excited. That's at 9:30 Eastern. 10 or 9:30 Central. I'm sorry, 10:30 Eastern. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be so much fun.
As the man who wouldn't want to be there.
Exactly. I haven't been on with Ed in a very long time. Now we've had Ed and both Ed and Rico up here. And I believe I've had Rico up here alone and Ed up here alone just to hang out. But it's been a long time, so it's going to be fun. Let's see if I missed
Yes.
anything in the chat. Ooh, cool. And Sketty,
Oh,
hello, Sarah, says, cool. Angels look so cute when there's cloud of dime-sized babies. Yes, they do. Angels are adorable. Yes.
Yeah, all little babies in a tank. It's just so exciting to see the tiniest of babies. And to
Yes.
get all stupid about it. Y'all
Yeah.
come look. Look right
Yeah.
there. And they're like, where? Where? It's
Yeah.
right there.
Babies are so awesome. They are all little miracles. It's just so awesome to see them all come into the world. It's like my most favorite part is just being able to be the mama bear to all the Finn children. I really love it.
Well, I saw Shane's axolotls he got from him. One called Didi and the other one was
Didi and Bean, yes.
Bean.
Yeah, they're little fat, sassy little ladies. They're gorgeous, and he has a great setup for them. So does Scuba Steve. Scuba has little Miss Jeffrey, and she's doing phenomenal as well. So it's nice to be able to see the updates come through on my shorts feed of my little babies out there. Oh, it makes my heart so very happy to see them thriving out in the world and their parents enjoying them. So it just makes my heart so full. But Lady R says the tank is super close to being ready for Ricky and Lucy. Roxanne, I was getting dizzy painting polka dots, but the tank should be fully cycled super soon. I hope so, Lady R. I'm actually going to be moving your axolotls off the rack because they're too big now, and I don't want them feeling confined to that space. So I'm going to be moving them out, and hopefully you can get them with the next week or so. But I don't want to rush it for your cycle, but I do need to get them out before the end of May. So just so you know, because I don't want to hold them till September, because by then my luck they'll be breeding by then.
You've got babies.
They're not supposed to breed for 1.5 to 2 years, but you know what? Everything on the compound seems to go a little bit early here. So
They mature
awesome.
a tad early.
And let's see. Yes, thank you for posting Chattanooga Ed's link, Monster Fish Gal. And Lady R says she has some Sylvania minima floating in the tank for Ricky and Lucy, but am I wondering if there are any other plants such as banana plants or anubias that I can go in? Thanks. I'm not sure about banana plants, but they love anubias, especially if they're big leaves. And they like guppy grass. They like Java fern. They like plants that you should plant, but you let them float because they like to hang out and just sleep in the plants. Like I have a whole bunch of plants in the tanks just floating, mostly low light plants because axolotls don't like high light and you don't want to give them too much light. So you want to use low light plants that don't mind being neglected a bit if you leave the light off a little longer than they require. So Anubias does really well. The guppy grass does good to a point. So you might want to watch your guppy grass. Like we tend to trade it out or just let it break down and then pull it out and give them new pieces. But that seems to be their most favorite bed. So I'm not going to stop using it for them because it's their favorite. So Anubias, Java fern, Yeah, just simple plants like that. They don't really bother the plants, but they can get the zoomies. So when they take off across the tank, they might accidentally rip out a plant, but they're not doing it on purpose. They're just having fun. Um, but they're really, yeah, you just want to stick with more lower light plants, but they won't mess up plants unless they accidentally pull one out running around. So give those couple of guys a try.
Well, I have
And
this little
like I said,
basket in one of my tanks, and it
mhm,
has like lattice on the sides, and it's a
yeah,
solid bottom, but it'll float because it has a little teeny tiny lip. And what I was doing with it, I was throwing little scraps of clippings,
hmm,
and that way it won't go all over the tank. Well,
yeah.
those daggone dojo loaches, they would go into little handles and get up in there and sleep in that basket.
Aw, isn't that so cute? I love when they find little things to hook on or just to sleep in because they like to be tucked into bed too. I think it's
They'd
so
have to turn sideways to get in the handle.
yeah. It's funny. Dojo loaches are hilarious. And Keith says this weekend, South Coast Tropical Fish Society auction and swap. Nice, Keith. I assume you're going to be there this weekend?
Where is that at? In New York?
South Coast. Well, that can be either like Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. I'm
And he
not sure.
goes
He'll
everywhere.
travel like the tri-state area, so maybe he'll put it in the bottom of the chat. Hello, Jenna P. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Lady R says, I was wondering about the prospects of breeding Roxanne. Is it all right if they do, even though they are siblings? It is all right that they do, even though that they're siblings, because they are genetically diverse enough to be okay. But I don't recommend it. Um, I personally don't like to breed axolotl siblings together. I know their parents. I know their parents are diverse. Um, I know that they should be fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't like breeding, like I said, the axolotl siblings together. I know people do, especially if you know the lineage. It should be fine, just like fish and frogs, because you know they're amphibians. But I don't like to do that. But I'm also the same way with snails. I don't like my my baby snails to make snails. I have my breeder group and then my babies, but I don't like my babies to make snails because then I feel even though you can go five generations out, I feel like even just two generations out just breaks them down a little bit more. So higher quality. Anything to curb breeding. Um, No, it's going to happen, but the thing that you can curb to hatching is just leave the eggs be. When they lay them, they will go back and clean them up, just like fish will. So they'll do the same thing. So if you don't want them to breed, you can just leave the eggs in there, and the parents will take care of the eggs. Okay.
But it's so hard to let that happen.
It
You
is.
know,
It's very hard. It is very, 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 very hard. But at the same time, it's also very, 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 very hard to house between 400 and 800 axolotls. So sometimes you have to pick the lesser of two evils because if you can't make sure that they're going to thrive at that amount that they're laying, then it's just best you don't let that many hatch. Or if you can't take care of them, don't let them hatch. Or if you're not sure of the genetics, don't let them hatch because you can't be sure that their offspring are going to be healthy. Hello,
you know,
Garcia. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
if I had been the camera person for National Geographic, I would have lost my job probably the first time out. Because you see a little animal there and his little legs broken, his life,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to intervene. I would have lost my job.
Mhm. Well,
Oh,
and also
well,
just axolotls are just brutal in general because there'll be injuries. Some of them like they'll have arm eaters and stuff like that, and then we'll have others, well, they'll bite the arm and they'll break the arm, but the arm is still attached. So when the arm heals, it's like on backwards because it's broken. So Then you have to go in and play surgeon, which I've been trying to just put them in other tanks. Like if there's an issue, I try to put them in the tank with I know someone's going to bite them, so they fix it. But if not, there's one specific little baby that I actually have to go in there and I have to do the job. So it's brutal being an axolotl farmer, guys. Like if you don't have the heart and the stomach for it, I don't recommend it because I don't like doing these things. But I know in 3 weeks he'll be a-okay and all better, and that's just what I have to hold out hopes for. Oh my goodness, yeah, axolotls are a little bit brutal.
Yeah.
And Lady Rorschach says, ethics overpower inbreeding for me. I just don't want to take the chance. I also can't house any babies. Exactly, Lady R. We are expanding the compound tanks currently to expand the axolotl room because we still have a bunch of babies here. But we have 5 more going out tomorrow. We have at least 10 going out next week. So that breaks down 2 more tanks so we can spread out more babies. So we're getting low. We started at 157, and I think we are currently at 60, 73 in the house, plus my breeder adults. So that's not so bad. But before I got ahead of myself too much farther, it is 6:42, and I do have something a little sad that I need to talk about. Um, uh, it's hard. Um, but weeks, well, you guys all know that we had the twin axolotls, and the one that was survived was Miracle. Um, and I had him until day 17. And on our last live stream was a very, very hot day. It was in the 80s, and I was doing cold water changes on him all day to keep him right temperature. And during the live stream, his temperature spiked really high, really fast. So when everything was said and done after the live stream and talking to Didi and eating dinner, and I went in to check on him, I noticed that he was very lethargic and his gills were clamped to his head. And he wasn't very responsive. So I checked his temperature and it climbed to 82. And I spent the next, I don't know, 5 hours trying to cool him down and like watching him under the magnification of my camera to just make sure, like, as I'm adjusting his water temperature, it's not shocking him too much that his heart is still beating. And he did really good. He was doing so good. And I got him down to 70.3 at 11:30. But just before midnight, he just gave in. It was too much stress on his little body. So unfortunately, I lost him. And I'm taking it very hard. I feel really bad. I feel really guilty. I blame myself. I know I did all the right things. But I feel I failed him. So that's why I wasn't feeling so good. I was just so very sad, and I haven't even been able to tell anybody really besides like Didi and the very few other people because it hurts, and it brought up some other stuff, and I was so upset about it that I made myself sick over it, and I need to forgive myself because I did everything in my power to save that little baby, and through all odds, he hatched, and I had 9 fantastic days with him. And I am so grateful for that. And then that I've also learned a lesson from losing him. So he's truly was a miracle. And I miss him and it hurts. And you guys will bear with me. I've made a little video, just a memorial for him, so I can process this a little bit and move on from it. So here's the video I made. Thank you for dealing with that. I hope that helps me just not be a little bit more help me to not be so sad about it. But yes, swim peace miracle. You truly were. And I know you guys have probably written a bunch of nice, comforting things.
Don't read them now.
I'm trying so hard, like, not to leak anymore. So I will read them after the stream. I will just say thank you all for your love and your support for it. And for those of you who will try to beat me up about it, trust me, there's no one that can beat me up worse about this than I have myself. So try. Oh God, I'm waiting for someone to like start fighting me about it, but there's literally nothing else I could have done. So I know what not to do for next time. So going forward, I'm definitely going to be investing in a chiller. Just so if I ever have any babies that hatch when it's really hot, I don't have to worry about them because they could succumb to the temperature so much quicker when they're that small. And to spike up to 82 within like an hour and a half, that was bananas. So I can never let that happen again. My heart can't take that again. So I will make sure that never happens again. I promise you.
The older axolotls were able to handle that spike a little better.
Yeah, they can handle a spike better, like a few hour spike like that. I mean, they won't be comfortable, but I can get them fine fast. Whereas the little babies, their bodies are just so small and they're not fully developed, so they're just kind of stuck in it. So it's a lot more overwhelming to a smaller body than it is a larger body. So
right.
That's why it's very, 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 very important to keep your axolotls under 70, never higher than 72, because that's when their systems start shutting down. So he was a fighter. He fought for many hours. So I just know he's at peace now. So
Well, we appreciate you sharing his whole entire birth and everything with us.
yeah.
Makes us a part of him.
Yeah, I'm happy you guys were able to follow along. I mean, I wish it was a better ending, but life is life, and you can never know which turn of events it'll may take, and we just have to appreciate it while it's here. So I'm just very thankful I got to share him with you guys while he was here. So, but let's move on to happy things. Let's make this a little bit of an upbeat before we head on over to Kelly's for this evening. If she's streaming this evening, I'm not even sure because I'm a little bit out of it. But
Well,
I wanted to
we
say,
did have some birthdays.
do we have some birthdays? Let's do that first.
Okay.
Birthday song will be good.
I'll read them out because it's a list.
Okay.
And we have Holly, a freaky fish lady.
Happy
St.
birthday,
Dust
Holly.
Aquarius.
Happy
Fish and
birthday.
Float.
Fish and
And
Floral.
Pet Sonics is today.
Exotics.
Fantastic
Diego.
Freaks. Debbie Holding.
Debbie
Miss
Holding.
Multi-Pink Addiction. Yeah, she did. Killer Kitty.
Killer
SC
Kitty.
Catahoula. And tomorrow is George RB3's.
Nice. Oh my goodness. So many good birthdays in these past 2 weeks. So happy belated current and early birthday to all you guys. I hope you guys have another fantastic trip around the sun. And here is your personal birthday wish.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, guys. And Kelly said here that she will not be streaming tonight, that she was up every night with dog with a sick tummy. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kelly and puppy. She's recovering, but I'm exhausted. I just woke up from a nap. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kelly. I hope dog feels better soon. And yes, rest. So we'll be going over to KG after the stream this evening. Lady Craig says you can modify a canister in a small bar fridge and make your own chiller and can double as a food fridge. Food for thought. That is not a bad idea because I have a mini fridge in the other room just sitting there with some fish food and some Pepsis in it. With the specific purpose of if axolotls ever got sick, I can tub them in there so their immune systems can come down and they don't need to eat and they can heal slower. So maybe we can jerry-rig that into be a super chiller instead of buying a $300 to $500 chiller for all these axolotls. That would be awesome. Thank you for that idea, Craig. I might have to hit you up for some how to do that. And then I'll give the directions to Brian because I'll incident it. But yes, I wanted to say I am getting so very close to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm only currently 40 away at the moment. That's so exciting. I'm so excited. Thank you all who have joined in and helped me get this far so far. And to celebrate, when I get to 1K, we are going to be giving away one ticket and an overnight stay to the Catfish Cataclysm in Madison, Wisconsin, which is July 13th through the 16th. So once I reach 1K on my very next live stream, I will be giving away a ticket to the Catfish Cataclysm as well as an overnight stay there as well. And to those who are not within the U.S., those international people who watch us or shoalmates, don't feel bad because you guys are also included. If one of if an international person wins, we will just gift you the monetary value of both prizes. So everyone can enter for this giveaway. So I'm very excited about that. So very close. It's a very big giveaway. It's our first place that we're going to be vendors. It's the first fish thing that I've been able to do since I've been able to like walk better again. So it's so many like firsts for me, and I'm so excited to be able to offer this giveaway to you guys. So 40 more to get there, and then I can offer this great, 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 great prize to you guys. So, and then you can meet us in person and come hang out at our booth and sit with us and chat and just have a great old time. So I'm very excited about that, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well.
Now, is that when you say catfish, kind of, is it like corridor catfish or what all?
It's all kinds of catfish. So it's the let me pull up the website. Actually, I had that available and I was supposed to pop that up while I was talking about it. But they have partnered with the ACA this year. So it's called the combo plate. So that's the cataclysm in the ACA, better together. And it's at Madison, Wisconsin, July 13th through the 16th. And it's only 77 days away, guys. But yes, they have all different catfishes. They have amphibians. They basically have all the fish there, but their big focus is the cichlids and the catfish and corridors. But they'll have all kinds of fish and snails and shrimp and axolotls there available. So whatever your heart fancies, you can most likely find at the Combo Plate Catfish Cataclysm. And also, these are some things, so much to do and see. They're going to have world-class speakers on cichlid. Yeah, I was like, why did they put an abbreviation there? Cichlids and catfish, fish auctions, dry good auctions, goodie bags, hospitality suite, raffles and silent auctions, side trips. They're going to an awesome place called House on the Rock. That's such a cool place. Highly recommend it. Killer swag, room sales. Yes, they actually have a tab on this site that if you already have your room reserved, that you can place what you're going to be selling out of your room, so you know how to hit up everybody on the room and who's got what where. So that's really cool. And then also the warmth and fellowship of being amongst fish friends and fun. And I know definitely one of the speakers that's going to be there is Chris Fix. I'm very excited about seeing that. Yes, about the 2023 Combo Convention. It's the 51st ACA convention held in the 5th Catfish Cataclysm. Catfish Cataclysm paired with ACA for extra fun. The host hotel will be the Madison Marriott West. And there's the room rate. It's $124 per night plus tax. And the registration fees, basic registration fee is $65 for adults, $35 for youth, 16 and under, $10 for discounts for adults until May 1st. And the basic registration includes a goodie bag, world-renowned speakers Thursday through Saturday, 5 free cataclysmic raffle tickets, kids' activities in the hospitality suite during the day, the hospitality suite after hours, raffle and silent auctions, free admission to the Sunday auction. So there's going to be a lot of cool things there. There's going to be a lot of cool speakers. These are the speakers. It's going to be that name. Ivan Mikolchi. I can't pronounce very well. Julian Digno.
Oh, he was on Alex's.
Yes, I can't pronounce very complicated words. Dr. Adrian Indermauer, Thomas Tillman, Jacqueline Lever, Lawrence Kent, Barbie Fortino, Pam Chin. How do you not know Pam Chin?
I've heard of that name.
Steve Lundblad, Mark Soberman, and D Biggs himself. So there's some really good speakers at the Cataclysm. I always want to keep saying catechism, and that's not right. It's cataclysm. So yes, this is what the 1K giveaway will be too, is a ticket and an overnight stay to the Catfish Cataclysm in July 13th through the 16th. So if you guys don't win and can still make it, it's going to be a fantastic time, and we'd love to meet every shoalmate that can make it. But it is already 7 p.m., Miss Didi. We need to head on over to KG Tropicals. All right. What do you think the hashtag should be this evening, guys? How about
Something about miracle.
Yeah, hashtag miracle. I like that. And thank you all for dealing with me for being a whiny baby about it. I greatly
We love you.
appreciate that. I knew it was coming. I was nervous about it, and I'm happy to be able to process a little bit better and move on from it. So thank you so much for allowing me to do so. And if you guys are around this evening for Craft Ed at 9:30 Central, we'll be doing Fish versus Fish, and I'll be there as a guest. So I'm so excited. Hope to see you guys there. And Miss Didi, is there anything you'd like to say before we head on up for this evening? No,
Thank everybody for coming. I can't go beyond that. I'm so tired.
I hear you. I just want to say thank you, Didi, so very much for being my constant partner in crime, bestie, co-host, best friend. I love you so very much. Just thank you for supporting me here and behind the scenes. You're just so awesome, and just so very thankful for you. And Mods, I want to say thank you for all the hard work you do, whether it's dropping links about all the random things that we talk about, or if it's keeping us safe from those trolls and bots in chat. Thank you for all the hard work you do. And whether you're a participant, a lurker, or a replay crew, I want you to know that we love each and every single one of you. And we cannot wait to be back here with you guys in the next Hot Mess Express next Thursday. Same time, same derailment. And your loved ones, if you haven't talked to them lately, give them a call. Let's see how they're doing. Tell them you love them. If you're lucky enough to have them close, pull them in, give them a big, 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 big hug and a big kiss, because tomorrow is never promised, but today is a gift, a present. Please use it to spread a little love. And while you're at it, point out a little kindness too, guys. So let's head on over to KG Tropicals with hashtag miracle. Thank you all for spending this hour with us this evening. And we'll see you all next week on the Hot Mess Express. I love you all. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
He is her mom now. He is her baby now.
What's that? Is that a snail? Snail. What about that? Is that the cat? Bailey calls him the cat. You gonna give him kisses?
Did you just give the fishy a kiss? Aww.